Hi there, welcome to my channel. The nice people at Syncwire sent over their travel case gadget bag over for me to check out, and I lucked out because I was actually looking for one, so it was an easy choice to accept this for reviewing on my channel. This goes for $16.99 on Amazon, and simply put, this is a little gadget bag to store your smaller electronics and cables for when you travel. I imagine that most people will most likely put their power banks, charging cables, and other things similar to those items, but I have another idea for this bag, and it's definitely going to be the case for my DJI pocket camera, and I'll show off what that looks like towards the end of the video. And it's a pretty pricey camera, so hopefully this houses that nicely. But first we have the box though. Nice packaging, straightforward, has an actual item on the front, good colors, and the back has a little description, so nothing too fancy but really functional and lets you know what you're getting. So as I open this box up, we can see that it's wrapped in tissue paper, so yay! If I ever need a spare piece for a birthday bag, I got one right here in my hands. But let me unravel this and show off what the actual case looks like. So the actual case looks really nice and it feels nice too. So far, it's a good hard case. Per the Amazon listing, it's shockproof and waterproof, and the outer portion of the case has a nice fabric feel to it as well too. So I imagine people putting in, smaller, higher end electronics in here if they want to keep it nice and secure within this hard case. I'm going to do the same thing with that DJI pocket camera that I mentioned later on in this video. It has really good zippers too, so it has a double zipper design. And usually with these sort of bargain cases, the zippers are usually the first things to malfunction. So with that, unfortunately, only time will tell. And if anything does happen, I'll definitely make an update video showcasing that. But fingers crossed that I won't have to make that video. So here's the zippers in action. They're really smooth and they have a nice glide to them. Everybody loves a nice glide to a zipper. And there's extra accessories, a silica gel packet for lunch later. Just kidding. A few more items right here. You can already see that there's dividers within this case, so I appreciate that as well too. So the first thing I'm going to grab from this little baggie they give us, if I can open it up. Sorry, my fingers aren't that great at picking out these sticky little plastic bags. But the last thing inside of the bag is a little clip, so you can clip it to the top portion where the zippers are. I think there's one on the left and the right side. There's a little nook for you to put that on there. So if you want to hang it from your bag rather than having this case inside of a bag, feel free to do that with that. We have 4 Velcro wire holder strap thingy-majiggers, so it's great to keep them nice and organized if you have really long cords like myself. Like my phone cables are like 6 feet and longer for like pretty much all of my cables. We have a warranty card, so that's awesome. I believe on the Amazon listing it says there's a 2-year warranty on here. I think it says 12 plus 24 months actually as I look at the warranty, so that's like 3 years. That's crazy. So it looks like we'll be covered for a little while here. So that left side, it's more of a vertical pouch placement. It's really thick compared to that right side little pouch thingy-majigger, so I imagine more expensive things that need more protection should go on this side. It's pretty tight though, so maybe a phone or a really expensive power bank. But that right side is more of a mesh netting, so that's more for miscellaneous items. But for me, it looks like I'm gonna have to put my camera on that right side because it looks like it's the perfect length for it. But as I mentioned earlier, most users will probably put a power bank inside this case at some point. So here's my little 2-in-1 power bank that has a built-in fan that my little brother got for me from a dollar store called the Five Below. So that fits perfectly right there. There's not much room for anything else, so if you have a smaller power bank, you could probably fit more things to that left side. Let me speed up the video to 2 times. Here's my power brick, and I'm going to get a couple of cables in here. Here's like my 6-foot iPhone charging cable right there. So let me get that nice and wrapped up. Let's actually use one of these little Velcro straps, and there's a built-in loop right there. So if you put that on one end of your little charging cable, you should be able to keep that nice and secure, and it'll wrap around the charging cable just like that. And whenever you take it off, it won't fall off. You'll have everything nice and safe and secure right there within that Velcro cable. So there's my long cable. I'll probably have to tuck it in farther in right there. And let's say Sugarberry Smash wants to bring a cable as well too. Here's her rose gold cable. It's a little bit shorter, so it should be easier to manage, but we'll get that in there as well too with a little Velcro strap. Get that little loop right there around it, and it goes right around there, and we're good to go. Did a little cut there because it took me way longer than I thought to wrap that around because my hands are being weird right now, but everything is nice and in place. I did a little bit of swapping right here to get the charging brick right there nice and secure. All of the cables are in there and everything's nice and tidy inside the Syncwire case. So let's get that zipped up. But what I really want to use this case for is actually for my camera that I use for recording all of my videos nowadays. It's this DJI Pocket 2. It's a little camera on top of a gimbal, and I didn't do any measuring. I did it all by eye, but it looks like this fits perfectly within this case. So I mentioned earlier the reason why I was looking for a case like this in the past was because I needed a camera case for this specific camera, and I think this one should fit perfectly. So that thing I put to the left was a wireless microphone receiver along with a little fuzzy top. Here is the USB-C, dual USB-C charging cable that actually comes packed with this camera, so I need a little place for that as well too. I always bring a spare lavalier microphone, so let me get another Velcro strap on that as well too. Let me tuck that in right there, and it looks like that left side case or left side compartment is a bit too tight for this because my camera's a bit thick. So let me try to get this fit in there, and as I said earlier, I thought it would be a perfect fit, and I'm so happy that my camera fits. Now I have a travel case for one of my most prized electronics. I know that this isn't designated for this camera specifically, so it just shows that there are a ton of uses for these gadget travel bags, whatever you may need it for. Smaller electronics should fit in this thing, and for those wondering, I never mentioned the size. It's 7.87 inches by 5.12 inches by 2.36 inches. But with that, I give it my Wow VJ's LTR thumbs up. And for those just looking into these sort of things, keep those dimensions in mind. I'll leave a link in the description below for those interested, but I'm really enjoying this. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to check out these others. And if you really enjoyed hanging out with me today, please consider subscribing to be the first to know when I upload something new or go live on a stream. For those who want to support the channel just a bit more, feel free to check out that join button down below, and maybe you'll see your name at the beginning or end of my next video. I'll see you all soon. Please stay safe out there. Bye.